In the vast expanse of the desert, a baby camel curiously asked its mother, "Why do we have such long eyelashes?" The mother, wise and patient, replied, "Our long eyelashes keep the sand out of our eyes during sandstorms." The baby camel pondered for a moment, then asked, "Why do we have humps on our backs?" The mother camel, with a soft chuckle, explained, "Our humps store fat, which we can use as a source of energy and water when food and water are scarce." Intrigued and enlightened, the baby camel understood that each feature, each attribute was not randomly given. These abilities, the mother camel explained, were what made them thrive in the desert. But the young camel was still puzzled. Then why are there camels in the zoo? This question may seem simple, but it carries a profound truth. Just as the camel struggles to understand its place in a zoo, far removed from its natural desert habitat, we too often find ourselves in situations that don't align with our unique strengths and talents. It's like being a master painter, but stuck in a job crunching numbers all day, or being a brilliant mathematician, yet spending your days in a job that requires no numerical skill. The painter's palette remains untouched, the mathematician's formulas unexplored. Their unique gifts and talents, just like the camel's desert-adapted traits, are wasted in an environment that doesn't require them. You see, the beauty of our skills and talents is that they're uniquely ours. They're the tools we've been given to navigate our own personal desert, to endure, adapt, and ultimately thrive. But when our environment doesn't align with our abilities, we can end up feeling like that camel in the zoo, out of place, underutilized, and ultimately unfulfilled. Much like the camels in the zoo, our skills and talents may not be fully realized if they're not in the right setting. It's not about changing who we are, but rather finding an environment where we can truly shine. It's about recognizing our unique strengths and seeking out the places where they can be put to the best use. Because in the right setting, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. The mother camel smiled. That's why it is important to be in the right place. And just like that, the veil lifts, revealing the heart of our tale. You see, it's not enough to merely possess skills or abilities. What truly matters is how and where we choose to apply them. Imagine a fish. With its innate ability to swim, trying to climb a tree, it would be futile, wouldn't it? But place that same fish in water and it thrives. It excels. This is the essence of our story. The camel, with its humps and long legs, is built to survive the harsh conditions of the desert. It can store food and water for long periods, traverse vast distances without fatigue. Abilities that may seem pointless, even wasteful in a zoo, but in a desert they're invaluable. So let's take this wisdom and turn the mirror on ourselves. We each have our unique strengths, our own humps and long legs, if you will. But are we using them in the right environment? Are we the fish trying to climb a tree, or are we swimming freely in the ocean, using our abilities to their full potential? Your skills, much like the camels, are best used where they're needed the most. It's time to ask yourself, am I in the right place? Just as the baby camel questioned its place in the zoo, we must also evaluate our own environments. Are we, like the camel in the desert, utilizing our unique abilities to their fullest? Or are we camels in zoos, wasting our potential in places that don't value our strengths? Imagine a musician trying to be a mathematician or a painter working as an accountant. Can they do the job? Probably. But would they excel? Would they be fulfilled? Likely not. It's not about being capable, it's about being exceptional. It's about finding the environment that values your strengths, that needs your skills. Consider your own life. Are you the painter crunching numbers, or the musician solving equations, or are you the painter creating masterpieces, the musician composing symphonies? The key is to find your desert, your optimal environment, the place where your unique abilities aren't just useful, they're crucial, the place where you're not just surviving, but thriving. So take a moment, reflect on your strengths, your passions, your dreams. Think about where you are now and where you could be. Don't be afraid to change, to seek your desert. Because in the right environment, you can do more than just exist. You can soar. Remember, it's not just about having skills, but about using them in the right environment. So, what's the takeaway from a conversation between two camels in the desert? It's a simple yet profound lesson about recognizing and leveraging our unique abilities. Each one of us, like the camels, is born with a set of distinctive traits, talents, and capabilities. These are our strengths, our powers, our gifts. They equip us to thrive, to excel, to make a difference. But it's not just about having these abilities, it's also about where and how we choose to use them. Like the camels in the desert, we too need to find the right setting, the right environment that lets us use our unique abilities to the fullest. This could be a job, a career, a hobby, or even a cause that we deeply care about. Remember, a skill is only as valuable as the context in which it's used. If we're not in the right place, our talents may seem irrelevant or even wasted. But in the right setting, these same talents can be our greatest assets, helping us achieve extraordinary things. So, the next time you find yourself questioning your worth or doubting your abilities, remember the tale of the camels. Consider your strengths, your unique abilities, and ask yourself, are you in the right desert? Are you in a place where your skills and talents are recognized, valued, and utilized? And if the answer is no, don't be afraid to seek out your desert. Don't be afraid to venture into unknown territories, to explore new opportunities, to challenge yourself. Because it's only when we step out of our comfort zones, when we dare to embrace our unique abilities and find the right environment to use them, that we truly start to flourish. Find your desert, embrace your strengths, and flourish in your own unique way.